Continuing on with starting up a new residential file in Revit, we should save our drawing. We've got the spot elevations started. We're going to fine tune those later. The first save of our drawing is going to allow us to control the destination, but I should mention if we've got multiple windows open, so I go from first floor to south elevation, so multiple views open, there is a button that allows us to close all the hidden views. And so if you do that before you save, you'll get the smallest possible file. So that first save is going to allow us to give the destination. Now I've already saved my file, but it would be the same as if you were doing a save as. You would have to give it a destination. So I've just put mine on the desktop. The reason I put it on the desktop is so that I know where to find it. If you already have a location set up, you can save to a specific location, but keep it on the local hard drive. Do not work off of the network server because of the high graphic nature of this software. It needs to be working locally to work as fast as possible. So I'm going to go to the first floor. What I want to do in this video is just show you how to import an image of the floor plan that you're going to work on so that you can trace it. So I've got an image file, so I'll go under Insert, Image. I have a JPEG of the house that we're going to do, a simple two-story building that we're doing together. And I'm going to just drop it in here. Now I'm going to rotate this a little bit further so that I can show you, if your plan doesn't come in perfectly square, how you can fix all that. So let's say there's our image. It's not perfectly square. We just throw it in. I'll show you how that we can rotate it and scale it. So we have no idea what the scale of this building is, but let's start by rotating it so that it's in the orthographic plane. So what I'm going to do is draw a line. Under Annotate is Detail Lines. I've got it already added up here. If you right click on any button, you can see it has an Add to Quick Access toolbar. This is grayed out because I've already added it. The Quick Access toolbar is up here. So that just allows you to not have to be in the appropriate tab, and you can just jump to frequently used commands. So this is a detail line. I'm just going to draw a line from the pivot point of this plan. So the pivot point of this plan is, I'm just going to draw it right here, click, and I'm going to draw it horizontal. It'll snap to horizontal. I'm just going to draw that line in here, and you can see how far out we are. So I did that just to emphasize the problem, and now we're going to fix it. We're going to rotate this plan. So click on the image file and then rotate. So notice that the rotation comes from the center of the image file. I'm going to zoom in. We're going to move the rotation point to a strategic location, which is where I put that start point of that line, right at the corner of the building. So we're going to rotate the building at that corner. So we zoom in and we look at drawing up a line where it is in line with the current building. So I clicked along that slope, and then the second point, we come down to our perfectly horizontal line and click on that. Now it looks like I went a little too far on that. Sometimes it's hard to see. If you don't like what you did, just undo it, and let's do it again. Click on the image file, rotate, drag the rotation point to the end of the line. I'll try to be a little more accurate on here. Looks like there to there. That looks a little better. And then I can draw a line down the right side of the building as well. Now, the lines that I'm tracing here, it doesn't matter their length, it matters that they go to the end of the wall. So I'm allowing for the blurriness of the zoomed in nature of this image, but the end of the line is approximately here before I would turn to go the other way. Maybe that's, yeah, that looks pretty good. And on this one, I'm going to back it off so that it's where I want it to be here. So what I've got now is two lines, a horizontal and a vertical, that are the length of the image. Now if I read my plan, this one says that it's 47 feet wide. Well, that's to the outside here. So maybe I should take that line just as a preliminary marker and bring it out to the edge of the garage. Looks like about there, allowing for the blurriness of this image. It's about there. And that's all we have to do is eyeball it. So I've got the full 47-foot wide line, and the depth of my building is 28 feet. So the overall depth would be this line here. So if I look at my depth line, it says it's 11 feet, 3¼ inches deep, and the width says it's 18 feet, 11½ inches. So obviously we need those to change to be 47 feet wide and 28 feet deep. So let's go then with this line. What we're going to do is scale the image based on a current line length. So in order to scale the lines along with the image, I'm going to do a crossing window over here and make sure I collect both my lines plus the image. You can see they're all blue now. The two lines here are blue and the image is blue. Now that I've got that, I'm going to zoom into the lines that I want to see and go and use the scale command. That's right here. Under modify, hit the scale command. And the first thing it says, or the first thing that we do is we click the length, our current length of line. So we know that it's this long. And now we're going to say how long we want it to be. So it's still from the same reference point. But now how long do we want that building to be? We wanted it to be 28 feet deep. So we type in 28 and hit enter. And now if I back out, the image did change. If I click on this line, you're going to see it's exactly 28 feet. And because we scaled the image with the line, everything should be good. Now, I'm not sure if our image is perfect for width, so let's check that. And we're at 47 feet 1 and change here. So what I'm going to do with that line is I'm just going to edit it to make it 47 feet. Because we're tracing this image, it's not a perfectly drawn thing, but we'll have it close enough. So we want to make sure that it's the way we want it to be, which is 47 by 28. So if I click on this line, it's 47.1. I'm going to change that to 47 feet, and that shrunk my line. So you can see I'm inside on the garage a bit, but I'm pretty good, and I'm 28 in depth. If I draw a line here, I will assess the width of the house. Now, how wide is the house? Well, we could add up our rooms and check it, but it says 21.6 as the width of the garage. The first number is horizontal. I can tell that by a vertical rectangle here. So if I draw a line in here, take this line and copy it over 21.6, but that's an odd number, so I'm going to say 22 feet. That's where I want my garage to end, and sure enough, look at that. We're right at the edge of the house, so that's really well done. And I'm going to just fill at this corner. So now we've got the width of our house. We know our house then is 25 feet plus a 22-foot garage. So we've got modular numbers here. We're going to work to the nearest 2 feet where possible, or 1 foot by design. So this one was obviously designed to be 25 feet. So now you can see we've got the image scaled to what we need it to be, and we can start drawing walls on there.